Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video. In today's Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video, obviously as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, we are going to be discussing the newly promoted public look at the Scorpius Rex. So over on the Collect Jurassic channel, there was a recent video that got posted showcasing the new T-rex toy line for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous released by Mattel that will showcase later this year. However, since this is now public, I now can share these screenshots without getting in trouble by Mattel about the Scorpius Rex that was showcased at the back of the box art for this T-rex. So as you can see, if you swap the box all the way around to the back, you have promotional artwork on the back of it, obviously, and in the bottom right we have an image of a dinosaur that's just so called HBT41. However, we can safely say that this is E750, also known as the anticipated Scorpius Rex. So yes guys, this is what the Scorpius Rex looks like. Personally for me, I'm not a huge fan of it at all. I'm sure loads of you guys are because you just like dinosaurs or you like hybrids, but personally for me, I'm not a huge fan of it. The whole reason behind it is that, you know, I was a bit bipolar when it comes to talking about whether or not the tail needed to have a spike on it, since we know it's called Scorpius Rex. If you translate it sounds like Scorpion King, and the main thing that scorpions are known for is the stinger on the end of their tail, so we suspected that maybe the Scorpius Rex will have a stinger on the end of it. But unfortunately it's more like a Cretaceous looking tail where it just has quills, and it doesn't really look all that good to me. However, you know, we can see where those quills would be on the showcase of what it would look like in Camp Cretaceous. Again, you do have to think that, you know, the toy design and the official animated design could be a little bit different, but we can see in E750 cryogenic chamber screenshot, we can see where the quills of that tail would be, and you know, it's kind of making sense how it would look like. Looking at the original shape of it, it seems like it's got a Indoraptor or a cuttlefish type of body, maybe a little bit of Ankylosaurus in there as well, and what seems to be a Carnotaurus head. Now, the head isn't really ideal for me personally. I'm sure loads of you guys would love it, but from the backlash I've seen on Twitter as well, it just doesn't look good. I mean, no disrespect, I'm sure it probably will look better in the animated series, but based on the toy, I'm not entirely too impressed with it. It just looks a bit odd. I think it's more like the nose has kind of been pushed in, so that's why I'm not a big fan of it. You know, when we look at the Indoraptor, the Indominus Rex, we can see that it has more of an elongated skull to make it look like a more normal dinosaur, but this one, you know, it looks a bit pushed in, and the only dinosaur I know with a skull that looks a bit pushed in would be the Carnotaurus. And obviously in Camp Cretaceous Season 1, we did see E750 clinical trial results appear on screen with images of the Carnotaurus, Velociraptor, Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex. So if it is part of that genome, it's clear that the Carnotaurus could be part of it in the skull area. Looking back onto the elbows and claws, it's 3-clawed as you can tell, and we all obviously knew from promotional posters for Camp Cretaceous Season 3 it was 3-clawed. And it also has quills on the end of its elbows, very similar to how the Indominus Rex I believe has as well. Now obviously the thing that is standing out are the feet. It obviously has some really cool sickle claws on both ends of the feet. I assume it can't just have it on the right foot. But when looking at the back of it, it has a really weird, you know, distinct look on. Again, I'm not good with anatomical figures with dinosaurs, so do correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, below the calf area we can see where it seems like a spike or another claw pointing out of what I'd say it's healed or something like that. So that's a really cool unique design right there if you were to ask me. And if we look at the colouring, it's not very similar to what we see in the movie. I mean, I'm partially colorblind, so do correct me if I am wrong here, but I see this more as like a light grey colour, like a bluish grey colour, instead of, you know, what people are saying apparently it's a solid blue colour, and I don't really see how that could be a solid blue colour, but it seems like it's supporting 3 types of colours here, or 4 if you want to include the quills on its arms, but it seems like it has a bluish grey colour, a yellow underbelly, and then some sort of weird grey brown colour coming from, well, the spine ridge and all the way up to its skull. So it's a very interesting design to say the least if you were to ask me, and personally I'm interested to see what it'd look like. Obviously, you know, this is still a toy, so it's not 100% what it is going to be like in the animated series. It could look a lot cooler in the animated series, to be honest. But here we can kind of start to see how the hybridization of this dinosaur occurs. 3 claws, you know, it could have 3 claws from the Spinosaurus. To me personally, that looks like a Spinosaurus claw because it just looks too big to be Velociraptor, and the Rex doesn't have 2 claws at all. The skull looks like a Carnotaurus skull. Then you have the sickle claws, which obviously we know come from the raptors. However, the tail is throwing me off. It looks like a Psittacosaurus tail, which makes it look more funny and cute rather than threatening. So hopefully the tail does change. We don't know how that's going to pan out, but you know, the tail at the end of the day kind of throws me off a little bit. I was obviously a bit bipolar when it comes to the tail. At first I didn't want the stinger, and now I do want a stinger, and now I didn't, and now I do. You know, I'm a bit changing of my mind. I'm changing my mind a bit too much, and that's understandable, but I think at the end of the day, if they were able to explain it like using Drapenosaurus DNA, then it would have been a lot better, because you know, Drapenosaur had a, you know, some sort of claw slash stinger at the end of it, so if they used that DNA to create the Scorpius Rex, it'd have been better. But you know, since this doesn't resemble much of a scorpion, I'm interested to see where they got the name Scorpius Rex from. Is it a official name given by either Manticorp or Dr. Wu, or is it just a name given by the kids? But I don't see why they decide to call it Scorpius for any given reason. I just can't see it, in all honesty, and I'm confused as you guys. But you know, at the end of the day, it's a new hybrid dinosaur that I'm sure loads of you guys did want. Personally for me, I didn't. I thought it would have been a better way to introduce what could have been the Allosaurus, the Spinosaurus, heck even Dilophosaurus or Giga. You know, a better way to introduce these dinosaurs into the franchise a little bit more. But I did find it interesting how Mattel are already giving away these T-Rex models for people to review and put up on their YouTube channels already, despite it not being sold to the public as of yet. But making this public with that box art is very interesting, to say the least. Nonetheless, you know, we've got to wait and see how the Scorpius Rex is going to affect Season 3. Obviously, we know it's going to be a big factor in Season 3, and Season 3 is the first season to have 10 episodes, so that's rather interesting to see if the Scorpius Rex is probably going to halt or hinder the potential achievement of getting off the island for these kids, and maybe even cause a Season 4. We have to wait and see how that's all going to pan out, but let me know what you guys think of this design of the Scorpius Rex or E750 down in the comment section down below. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think, and personally to me, I'm not a big fan of it. It just looks out of proportion, and you know, again, it's a toy, so I'm still remaining hopeful that in the animated version it will look better. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, and if you did enjoy today's video, why not smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more frequent Camp Cretaceous videos, as we post it nearly every single day. But anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.